Hi there, my name is John McCarthy, and I'd like to welcome you to PGA Tour 2K25. Things are going to happen for us today. I got a feeling. We've got a par 4 staring us down here on the first hole. Now let's spank that ball into the fairway and begin our round. Break a leg out there. Hopefully you have a good round. All right, time to get on out of this dirty old bunker. And you want this one to stick nice on that green. Bit of a down slope where we want to land this. And hopefully you get a good look at this next putt. Well played out of that bunker though. This one's about 15 feet. And this one's breaking just a little bit to the right. This putt's going. Lovely to see us starting our rounds under par already. Good stuff. Second hole, par 5. Let's light this up. Oh, you caught that one. Jeez. And we're somewhere around 240 from the pin. The approach heading right. Ooh, nasty kick to the left here. And from the greenside sand, let's have a nice out here. Oh my goodness, you might get this to go. And sink this next putt and you'll grab that birdie. And the putt drops and we're moving on. Okay, checking in here. 2 under par for the day. And the wind is picked up. We got a tailwind to deal with. Nice. And here's your second shot on the third. This one's heading a bit right. Well, unfortunate. That's going to get counted as a missed green. Oh, brutal. What will happen here? I'll just be quiet and watch and see how you do. We got an uphill putt here, moving to the right. Well, this has my attention. Still looking good. Yes! Drops it on in there. What a putt. And we are going to take another look at that. After that, you're 2 under. Teeing up here on the 4th hole. Oh man, this one's heading to the sand. And from the green side bunker. Oh, the touch onto that. Nicely played out of that sand. Okay, let's see what the next hole has in store for us. And currently sitting at 2 under par. We got a left to right breeze on this hole. And this one's about 210 yards or so from the pin. Good work there. Great shot on the approach. This could be a birdie on the scorecard. We'll need a little more pace on that one. 2 under par for the day after that one. All right, 6th hole now, and we got a par 3. Well, you missed the approach. I'm not disappointed in you in any way. Just want you to know that. Lining up a 6-foot putt here. Oh, and the par slipped through our fingers there. No good. Okay, just a few more inches to go. Okay, let's see what we can do on the next hole. That hole will bring your score up to 1 under. Okay, a longer par 4 on this hole. Well, I hope for your sake this holds the fairway. And this one's going to wind up in the fairway. Second shot here on the 7th. Ooh, that took a bad bounce to the right. And this is our 3rd shot. Way to strike that ball out of that sand trap. Not much left to do here. Okay, let's move on. Okay, 1 under par on your round. And now the 8th hole. We got a par 5 on tap. bunker bound. All right, setting up in the fairway sand. Okay, back into fairway. That's what I like. We've got about 120 yards to get to that pin from here. Approach shot worked out just fine. Okay, 2 under if you can sink this. I think we got a bit of a tilt to the right on this putt. Looking good so far. Oh, continuing to look good. Oh my goodness, it doesn't go. All right, tap this one on in. We'll head to the next. Got a headwind to deal with on this hole. Was a good one. And this is somewhere around 155 yards out. Oh, coming in for a landing on the green. And 4 feet to go. And after that, you'll go down to 2 under par. And now we head to the 10th, and we have a par 4 to deal with. Good shot. All right, this shot's about 150 yards out. This one's going right. Okay, let's get out of here. Oh my, this might go down. Okay, positive thoughts. Let's save par right here. All right, let's head to the next. All right, you're sitting right at 2 under for the moment. All right, good luck. We have a par 4 here on the 11th hole. What happened there? Well, you tried, you just didn't quite hit this green. All right, come on now. This putt to save par. Breaking pretty hard to the left. Oh, right by. Hopefully we can settle things here with a bogey. That'll bring your score up to 1 under par. Let's see what happens here on the 12th hole. Let's go, kick right, kick right. That's a safe shot. 16 feet to the cup. I think we got a left to right break here. Oh! Oh, just a tap in here. All right, tapping in for par, and we're moving on. Currently sitting at 1 under par. And for the 13th hole, we have a par 5. Well, this should be in the fairway. And this one's about 210 from the pin. This approach is heading right at the pin. And if you can this, that'll be for eagle. Here's an uphill putt moving to the left. From there, fine effort. All right, 3 feet to the cup. Good work out there today. That's your 4th birdie so far. And after that hole, you'll go down to 2 under. And the 14th hole is upon us. Let's have a good drive here. This is a par 4. All right, setting up in the pine straw here. This could get dicey. And that approach was a bit wayward. Oh my goodness, is this going to drop? All right, a little tap putt here. Okay, now let's check in on the scorecard. And you're 2 under par for the round. Let's see what happens here on the 15th. Little play. And this one's around 205 yards away. Well done. You could go to 4 under if this goes down. And I think this one's breaking to the left. Oh, that's sweet. That's very sweet. In there with an eagle. Got a nice tailwind on this hole. See what you can do with that. A little off on that approach, but that's okay. And here's our second shot on the 16th. Oh my goodness, could this go down? All right, let's give this one a tap in and move to the next. And after that one, 4 under par. All right, next one up is number 17. This one's a par 4. All right, good luck. Second shot here on the 17th. Putting this one from downtown. This is it's going to be interesting. I think this one's breaking to the left. All right, you did most of the work. This putt's about 4 feet. 4 under par currently. And Now to the par 4 18th. Setting up here about 190 yards or so to the pin. That'll do for the approach. About 17 feet to the cup. Careful here, going downhill and to the right. Oh. This one's 7 feet away. And sealing your round with a putt. Okay, that's going to be 4 under par as this one comes to an end. And with that, I'm going to let you go. Thank you ever so much for the round. I had a great time hanging out with you. Hello there and welcome to this event. I am very excited for this final round, mostly excited for you. You're the one doing the work. I'm just watching. And with that, you have begun. Best of luck to you. Well, that's too bad. Okay, second shot here on the first. Back in the fairway, back on our horse. Let's go. Okay, here's our third shot. Well, you had the distance dialed in on that one, pin high. Okay, you've got this one for par. And right now you are at 4 under. Got a right to left breeze on this hole. And from here, it's looking like about 230 yards. And we're going right of the pin. And from the green side bunker, looking for an up and down here. out of the bunker and putting. Let's see what happens. This putt is for birdie. I think it starts off straight enough, then turns a bit to the right. Well, this one's looking good so far. That's well done from there. Maybe we'll get the next one to go. Ah, yeah. Okay, let's tap this one on in and move on our way. Okay. And after that hole, you are at 3 under par. Okay, this one is a par 4. It's on the shorter end. I think you're going to wind up in the fairway off the tee here. Second shot on the third. Oh my goodness, is this gonna go down? Here we go, tapper on in, and we'll head on to the next hole. And 4 under par after that hole. And the headwind is definitely a thing on this hole. And second shot here on the fourth. Seven-foot putt coming up. And your score this round is currently 4 under par. And the fifth hole is a par 4. Should be a good result off the tee here. This one's about 195 out. That green slopes away from us a little bit. Got to be careful we don't go too far. Hopefully you get the right pace on this one. It is extremely long. Look at this one breaking pretty hard to the left here. A little bit too firm on that one. Now this from 16 feet. This putt looks like it's going uphill to the right. Oh my, wish I could have given you that one. And you've got this putt for bogey. Okay, let's head to the next. And that hole's going to bring you up to 3 under par. See if you can use the wind on this hole. It's left to right. Here we go, 30 feet away. I think we got a right to left break on this one. And not a bad effort from where you were. All right, you've got this left for par. All right, let's head to the next. And you currently sit at 3 under par. All right, 7th hole now, and it's a par 4. Oh man, just tapped that one. And this next one coming out of the rough. And that'll do. Grab your putter. Setting up a 12-foot putt here. I think this one's going left to right. Oh man. All right, let's tap her on in and continue on our way. All right, let's take a look at the leaderboard after that. And after that one, you're 3 under. The 8th hole laid out right in front of us here. Let's see what we can do. All right, first cut. Let's do this. Good shot. And this is your 3rd shot. Sinking this will take you to 4 under. Good luck with this. Got to give it some gas up the hill, and it's braking a little to the right. Starting this one out pretty good. Well done from there. Maybe next one will drop. This one's for par. All right, let's see how this next hole is playing. Okay, here we go. Par 4 here on the 9. Oh my goodness, just smashed that drive. Okay, setting up here about 140 to the pin. Good luck with this, way out here. And I think this one's breaking pretty hard, right to left. I'll take that from that type of distance. 8 feet to the cup. Oh, missed the par. Okay, just a few more inches to go. All right, let's move on to the next. And after that one, your score will go up to 2 under par. The wind's a little blustery. It's blowing right to left on this one. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, this one's around 165 yards out. Bounce right, come on. Decent approach there. Sinking this will take you to 3 under. This one's looking decent. Still going good. Oh, and the putt doesn't go. All right, let's sink this one for par. Okay, we're moving. We're moving to the next. After that, you're 2 under. And this hole is a long par 4 hole. Good job. Second shot here on the 11th. The approach is heading a bit to the right. I'm okay with that. See how you do with this 13-foot putt. This one's leaning tiny little bit to the left. Oh, bad break. And this is about 4 feet. And after that hole, you're 2 under par. Okay, the 12th hole is in front of us. We got a par 3 for this one. This one's heading a little bit too much to the right. Well, What can you do about it? Nothing. Left, heading left. Let's see how you do from the green side rough. Oh, is this gonna go? So good. All right, let's have another look at that. And you are 1 under after that one. All right, 13th hole's coming up. We got a par 5 ahead. Okay, about 235 yards left to go. Oh, your approach is heading left. Setting up for our 3rd shot. All right, nicely out of that sand. Now we're putting. And good luck here. 6 feet to go. Oh, come on, get in there. Okay, let's go. This one is for par. All right, that putt'll go. And after that hole, you're currently 1 under. Let's see what happens here on number 14. That was good stuff. And this one's about 125 yards out. And it's shots like that that are the reason you are in the lead. Good stuff. All right, let's do this. 18 feet to go. Going up the hill and to the left. It could be a good one. Nice job. That's the birdie there. All righty, down to 2 under par after that. And now the 15th. This one's a par 5. Oh my goodness, you pounded that drive. Okay, about 215 yards or so to the pin. Okay, from the green side sand. Hopefully we get up and down from here. Oh my goodness, into the cup for eagle. Way to get out of that sand. Bringing things down to 4 under after that one. Wind blowing left to right on this hole. Well done. That's a nice little approach shot there. Here's a putt for birdie. Okay, 5 under par currently. All right, let's see what we can do off the tee here. It's a long par 4. And this is our second shot here on the 17th. Well, missed the green on that one, but I've already forgotten about it. Oh no, it's right by the hole. Wouldn't that be nice to save par on this one? And after that one, you're 5 under par. And now to the 18th hole. This one's a par 4. Now it looks like this one will play. And this one's about 160 yards from the pin. Well, it's unlucky. Missed the green on that one. Is this gonna go? Okay, let's put this one in the cup and then bomb over to the clubhouse. And tapping it in to end your round. Nicely done. All right, this one's done, and you've ended up at 5 under par. And that's that. I had a lot of fun out there with you today. Thanks for taking me around the course. We'll see you next time.
2K Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're bringing you all the action from the final round of the Valero Texas Open. Hello and welcome. It's great to have your company here on 2K Sports. I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam, right here in the booth. And out on the course is Henny Koyak and John McCarthy. And Rich, these TPC series of courses are spectacular in their own right. Some really stern tests, but probably none harder than TPC San Antonio.
It is, and the thing that makes it probably tougher than anything is that the golf course is probably designed to play firm and fast, because that's what it does most of the year. Overseeded rough, overseeded fairways, the golf ball slows down, and then you get some unkind winds throughout the day, especially when it blows out of the north. It gets a little bit cold, golf ball goes nowhere. So this golf course turns into about $8,000 of just joyous pain. It's just, it's angry. There's very few shots out there that you feel super comfortable on. You know, even the drivable 17th hole where you think, finally, I've got a hole I can take advantage of. There's danger lurking everywhere. So it's just a golf course. You have to keep the ball in play off the tee no matter what. You get off the fairways, you're making double digits, making a 16 like a player did years and years ago. It's a hard golf course, and usually with tough conditions.
Let's head across to the second, which is a par 5, but a long one, stretching over 600 yards.
Straight away for the most part, but there's a lot of danger both right and left here. The fairway bunkers down the left-hand side shouldn't really cause an issue. However, the second shots, the layup zone, there is a deep bunker on the right-hand side that could be brought into play. The third shot is to a green perched well above the fairway, and it's actually a double green. This green is also part of the 7th green.
Coming fresh off a win, this player's looking to go back-to-back here.
Can't think of any better momentum. Obviously, the player is firing on all cylinders. Sit back, watch, and enjoy it. This one is heading to a really not so good space.
Found the deep rough. This will take a big hack to get out here. Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. Let's see if we can get this one up and down for par. This is the major champion, Matt Fitzpatrick now. Well, this is one of those lies that dictates a shot. It doesn't seem like it's a tough one. Oh, that one just missed the hole. It's just about 3 feet away. In she goes. Let's head to the next. He's currently tied for 9th.
Not much happening. Moving down the leaderboard, never a good sign.
Rich, let's head to the par 3 third, the first of our shorter holes.
You really hope that the wind is not blowing into your face on this tee shot and making it that much more difficult and longer. This green's perched up high. There's runoffs all around the left-hand side and the back portion of it, and obviously you want no part of coming up short. Players that find this green will find it difficult to two-putt as there's lots of humps and bumps and swales in it.
Well, this will be a big putt to make. A birdie always nice, but particularly when it's a 2. And back to the course with the live action. We're now out on the ground. John McCarthy has been giving us some great reads all day. What's this one doing, mate?
It looks like this one will move left to right.
A bogey putt awaits. And down it goes.
You're making one bad mistake with another, compounding it, not good.
And he'll drop down to 1 over for the event.
Unfortunately, backing up slowly but surely on that leaderboard, Luke.
The 4th is one of the stronger par 4s at TPC San Antonio, stretching 485 yards.
This is a very narrow driving area, especially where that fairway bunker comes into play down the left-hand side. Second shot is to a green that runs from right to left with a deep bunker down the left-hand side. Anything missed out to the right is no bargain either, as there is a runoff area out to the right-hand side. This is a difficult par 4.
Unfortunately, that's going to end up in a tricky spot. His second shot here. 3 behind our leader. Opting for the 5-wood. That's disappointing.
Distance control nearly impossible coming out of this rough.
He has this putt to save his par. Trailing by a few shots after that hole. Well, TPC San Antonio gives you a few chances to get after the golf course, Rich, and right here at the 5th, there's a decision to be made off the tee.
This is an excellent opportunity to be brave, knock it on with the driver. If you lay back with an iron, a very straightforward pitch, but I just don't see the players wanting to lay up.
How bad is this lie in the sand, Henny?
This reminds me of my breakfast. Nice fried egg.
Well, that's a beautiful bunker shot there. Well, an important putt here in terms of the tournament. A chance to move inside the top 10. And gets that putt to drop. Gutsy effort.
That's a really good effort to get it up and down out of that bunker for the birdie. Good job.
Time to see what this par 4 has in store.
Players must find the fairway, avoiding that bunker down the right-hand side. But from there, second shot is up the hill to a green that runs away from the players ever so slightly, but still going in with a short iron into this par 4. A birdie is definitely makeable.
Okay, this one's going to probably just catch the first cut, I think. Time for the second shot here at the 6th. Well, this one's looking really good from the rough.
What an escape artist. That was a horrible lie.
And a chance to move into a tie for second here. That will work. On a roll here with back-to-back birdies.
This guy is putting the lights out of it this week.
The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. The par 3 7th, Rich, has this big cavernous bunker that sits right in the front center of the green.
And it's a triple tier green as well, Luke. It shares it with the third hole. Anything missed out to the right will be fine, although you'll be in a low area that will be difficult to get it super close. But yes, you must avoid the bunker on the left-hand side. It is cavernous, as you say.
Yeah, that was a safe play. And he's down there. You got a read?
This one's moving just a smidge to the left.
Ooh, nice line. Oh, what a putt. And with it, he'll move to a couple under par. And that makes him tied for first. I know this hole's a par 5, but it's a long one, so don't feel the need to overpower it. And tee shot looks pretty good. Time for the second shot at the 8th. got a bit out of shape. This one shouldn't find the cut stuff. John, you should have a clearer view than us. How's it lying?
Well, they lucked out here. I mean, they did get into some deep rough, but the lie ended up being not too bad.
Sitting at 2 under par. Oh, I don't mind the look of this one. In fact, this is looking fantastic. And tapping in for par on this one. He finds himself at the top of the leaderboard. The closing hole on this front 9 at TPC San Antonio is a strong par 4. Oh, that was pummeled. Great drive. Sitting at 2 under.
He's had a disagreement with the caddy. He's gone down a club.
He didn't look to hit that one quite so flush. This would be a great up and down. This putt for par here. This is an exciting position, isn't it, Rich? Tied for the lead as we enter the back 9.
We're grabbing a share of the lead going into the final 9 holes. This is exciting stuff. This is exactly the position you want to be in.
What a drive. Look at that.
Here we are, Rich. A wonderful opportunity on the table. The chance to go back-to-back. Just how big would that be?
Obviously massive, but I'm very impressed. They've put themselves in a position to win for the 2nd week in a row. Impressive.
I think that's going to be a bit firm from the rough.
Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
Ooh, little downhill left to righter here.
From long range here, we're going to get it really close.
Go in. Yes, what a putt. Oh, that was a touch of class. Wouldn't mind seeing that again.
What an amazing putt from way out.
And he's now the solo leader in this event. Another birdie opportunity lies at the par 4 11th, but players must navigate the fairway bunkers.
Tee shots must be placed on the left-hand side to get the best view
and angle for their second shots as this green sits below the player and moves from left to right. Tee shots down the right might be closer, but it's going to leave a second shot over a deep bunker and making it that much more difficult to get close.
And playing this one from around 120 yards out. Currently in the lead by a shot. Well, that certainly makes putting a lot easier when you can hit a shot like that.
Luke, nothing gets past you. Yes, this kid is a stud.
Oh, good look at a birdie here. And he just keeps putting a gap on the rest of the field. What a putt to hole.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
Rich, this par 4 12th, really challenging, especially around the green.
This tee shot is underrated in difficulty-wise. This is not an easy tee shot as this fairway pitches from left to right. You want to skirt the bunker down the left-hand side as best possible to find the fairway. Second shot from there goes straight uphill and surrounded by 2 of the deepest bunkers on the golf course. As they say, Luke, everything is bigger in Texas, and these bunkers are proof of that. Trying to get it to move a little bit to the left here.
Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. Let's return to live play now. All the great players make a bunch of these. This is from 15 feet.
A great birdie chance here.
And he's down there. You got a read?
Oh, this is going hard left.
Oh, what a round this is. 7 birdies today. And that will take him to 5 under. And he's maintained top spot on the leaderboard after that hole. 13's a long path for him, measuring 245 yards, Rich, but it is playing downhill.
Downhill to a sliver of a green, however. Anything missed out to the right will leave a very challenging pitch shot to a green that'll sit well above them. You come up short, and those bunkers, well, that's no bargain either. A 3 here, well, you done good.
Looks to be going with a hybrid here. Wow, what a shot. Putting for birdie here. Well, what a performance. 8 birdies on the card. And that takes him to 6 under. Okay, he's holding steady on the leaderboard after that hole. What do you think of the 14th, Rich? A par 5, 575 yards.
This is a really good par 5 here, Luke. Tee shot wants to favor the right-hand side of the fairway, if at all possible, shortening the hole some 20 yards. Second shot must avoid those fairway bunkers down the right and on the left-hand side. A narrow opening to this green should players go for it in 2.
Yeah, that one will play. Rich going for this green in 2. Plenty of sand there to mess with your golf ball.
It requires accuracy. There's no doubt about that. There are bunkers both right and left that can certainly gobble up your golf ball if you get a little bit offline. Anything missing a little bit long and left, however, though, that is a good spot to miss it.
Ooh, staying aggressive. Going for the green. Well, this person displays the power game in pure fashion there.
Using the big muscles to get it home in 2 there.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 9 feet from the cup.
Oh, he's on fire today, building upon his lead, hole after hole. And he moves to 8 under now. He's currently sitting in first place. As we start heading for home, Rich, we find ourselves on the tee at the 15th.
Could be the hardest hole on the golf course, Luke. Tee shot must avoid that bunker down the right-hand side. Second shot is to a green that's perched above the fairway and surrounded by 4 bunkers that are mean. This hole could make or break a player's day. Four right.
He's standing over his 3rd shot. Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. And the putt drops now at 8 under, heading down the stretch.
And a nice feeling it must be to have that sizable of a lead coming down the stretch.
And now that finds him in 1st place. And as you step onto the 16th tee, Rich, at TPC San Antonio, you're presented with something you don't see that often.
Only one other place I can think of, and that is the 6th at Riviera. A larger green than the 6th, but bunkers galore. Watch out for the one right in the middle.
Looks to be going with the 6 iron. That was a little bit of a misfire, I'd say. This would be a great up and down from this spot.
Oh, are we going to see this go?
Oh, terrific. What an effort.
And from the rough even, that was outstanding.
Perfect distance, perfectly judged, and look at that. Straight in the hole.
Now 7 strokes up after that hole. As we get down the stretch here at TPC San Antonio, there's a number of options that can be taken. This 17th's a fascinating hole.
Luke, if it's playing downwind, a driver is a must. If it's back into the wind, take out the iron for safety.
Lining up from the sand now. Oh, what a wonderful play. Leading with intent. And he holds another one. And he's building quite a sizable lead here.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
Well, while the closing hole at TPC San Antonio can be reached in 2, Rich, it's all set up by the tee shot.
Tee shot must find the fairway. If not, you have water hazards left and bunkers right that will gobble up that second shot if you're slightly out of position.
Oh, he's been putting on a clinic all day. Another beauty by our leader. That was a thing of beauty. He got all of that one. Found the green side bunker. Looking for an up and down here. Well, that's step 1 complete. Out of the sand, but now faced with a very big putt. Here's a putt to finish his round with the clubhouse lead. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
I've got it going left to right. He's done a nice job there.
And this is all that's left now for a final score of 62. He sinks his final putt and with it grabs the clubhouse lead. That's good playing. Here comes the rest of the field looking to finish up their round. but you know what it takes to win out here on this tour. How impressed were you with that performance, particularly on that closing night?
Impressive, there's no doubt about it. Now, they didn't do it with the flair like I used to do it with, but they got the job done at the end of the week, which was nice. Good for them. Hats off. Job well done. Golf clap.
On behalf of Rich Beam and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.